Hey, so we're going to do another simple basic lesson. Real quick, maybe under 5 minutes. You want to feel beautiful, right? And you have a feature on your body that you're like, oh my God, I hate this feature. Could be, usually it's noses. For me, it's been my nose and teeth for years. For other people, it's like their skin texture or their hair color or the size or the lack of symmetry in their eyes. Maybe there is some flaw in your lip that makes your lip slightly different, or your jawline, or your chest, your boobs, your butt, whatever, right? Some feature on your physical specific thing on your body. It's very specific on each and every individual aspect of source. You. It's all different. So like what I'm self-conscious about, you will never see that. Even if I tell you these are the things I'm self-conscious about, you wouldn't see them. Because this source, now just a refresher, this blank page is the entire multiverse, omniverse, everything. Like the entirety of what you can imagine existence to be. And then more existences that you can't imagine yet because you don't know what you don't know. This is you. It's a little stick figure encasing the infinity within itself, within its body, and it uses the dark, the physical world, as its body. This is God. You. You think, or, well, I'm going to say you, so take it personal or don't. I don't really care. It's you talking to you. You have a feature on your face and on your body that you don't like. This version of you too, has another feature on their body that they don't like. When these two energies, and they're fully flowing on source energy, okay? They're not like narcissists, they're not hateful people, they're not whatever. They're genuinely cool people. So they have these two, sources of energy. So there's their little vortex, their auric field, their torus, their energy systems, and they're, walking together, bringing their entire infinities together. Now, you look at this person, let's say it's, someone you find attractive or even just beautiful, like it's an aunt you admire, or it's a neighbor or a cashier that you're like, wow, you have really cool hair color. There's something about that you like, okay? So you feel a moment of happy energy towards a, let's say, hair feature on this person. While you feel this, you're feeling the sensation of what this person isn't aware of. You feel how beautiful this actually is on this person because you see it without any detail of what this physical body consciously thinks of itself, because it is the dark observing the light within. It thinks it's not worth the light, so it thinks it's ugly. That's your subconscious root, okay? So this person here dyes their hair like, I don't know, fire engine red, right? And it's like super fire engine with little glitters and super cute. And why this person is doing this is because they feel insecure about a feature on their lips. So they're putting all their attention on their hair, trying to divert the attention from their lips while they keep thinking that they have bad lips. This person never even noticed the lips. They noticed the hair because their face was already so fucking perfect to them that they didn't acknowledge any flaws at all. They went right to the eccentric colors of the hair. Because the energy that this person is emitting from here is already instinctively pure because Source knows it's beautiful. So it's not emitting an energy of, oh no, I'm ugly. It's emitting an energy of, I'm beautiful, whether it realizes it or not. This person sees it and thinks, oh wow, that's a beautiful person. This person goes to talk to this person rejects and goes the other way because of lack of confidence, because they don't see their own beauty. Now, because everything's mirrored, this person notices this person's hair because this person doesn't have any, and they feel completely self-conscious. They're like bald or something. Or this person has like really thin lips, but this person has really thick lips and thinks their thick lips are bad, and this person's thin lips are pretty. This person thinks their thin lips are a flaw and they need to plump them up to be more like this one. This one's not even thinking about her lips. Like she's maybe like, oh, I like my lips, but they're a little too big. This guy's like wasting his life worrying about his lips. But it's just energy. She thinks he's perfect, he thinks she's perfect. Like vice versa, whatever gender you want to put, however you want to play this. What you see in others is the energy of beauty. So if you feel that beauty within you while you're feeling it for them, there is absolutely no obstruction to the flow of energy and emotion of beauty within yourself to yourself. It's already there. You're already beautiful. There's no problem. Every feature you have, another version of you exists as a being without that feature that really, really, really thinks this feature is beautiful. So you picked this feature, this person picked the feature, this one didn't pick. So this one picked the hooked nose, this one picked the little button nose. This one picked the purple eyes, this one picked the green eyes. This one picked the celebrity path, this one picked the librarian path. This one picked a cashier, this one picked the other one. The librarian would love to be a cashier because it's easier, she doesn't have to deal with books all day. The telemarketer would love to be a secretary because she can just not call a million people but get called instead. You each did something the other one didn't do. You picked a beauty feature based on your vibration and energy. It's like, you've seen cymatics? It's called cymatics. Look it up. The vibrations changed the structure of sand on a piece of metal. So if you're feeling the vibration of beauty while looking at beauty, you are inevitably creating beauty within you. Which means if your features aren't changing, but you're watching supermodels on a runway 24/7, then guess what? You're already beautiful. It's science. You want something, you feel it within you, and your body does all of it. It's just energy. It's just consciousness. And energy is something consciousness imagined. Energy doesn't exist without consciousness. It's consciousness first. The first thing is God itself. Then it's everything. You can't describe God because it's like describing what this one over here is capable of when this one never even met them. You have no idea. You have no idea. We've imagined God just like God's imagined us, because God is everything. So if you're an extension of God, which you are, and you want to be more beautiful, then just feel more beauty. It's that simple. Whatever you find beautiful in someone else, when that person looks at you, they're going to see something beautiful in you. And you both will feel self-consciousness in between each other. Because you don't have what the other you has. The other you doesn't have what you have. So each of you think one of you is flawed in comparison to the other. But when you both look at each other as equals, as family, as love emitting love to love, and then each emission of love, each communication, each action, each thought that's based in that love, and you can utilize that love and beauty to keep altering your physical form. You are majority water. That water has been solidified through vibrations of density into skin. If you want to imagine it really simply. You simplified your entire reality, right? You are the source creator here experiencing life, and you want things simple and basic. Well, here it is. Your body, you've imagined it as light, as water, and as what you perceive to be as flesh. All of those things were moved through time and space, cell by cell, atom by atom, molecule by molecule, moved and commanded by the force within you that has no voice. The light within, the energy. The energy is directly a connection to God, source, goddess, whatever you call the thing you can't concept or grasp or put into words. With that connection, with that ability, with that knowing, you have no flaws, you have no weaknesses, you have no enemies. It is all an illusion of source. So within this illusion, you imagined a physical body, and that physical body works in a certain way. Now imagine that certain way working exactly how you want it. You want to be more beautiful? Feel beauty, put it in your eyes. Go look at beauty. You want to have a prettier nose? Look at your nose and stop thinking negatively. Think positively. Transfer the emotional vibration. Like, let's say you're playing at 423 hertz, right? Let's say you're like looking in the mirror, but what you're looking at is that 423 hertz if a machine was going to measure the vibration of the frequency you're emitting while watching yourself in the mirror. Now, if you watch a picture of two people kissing, your vibration will probably go up to 528 hertz. And then if you're watching supermodels run down the walkway, it could go to like 639 hertz. You know, like it can keep going up. So what you're looking at, make certain you're looking at beauty, and then look at yourself and feel that same vibration. Excuse me, I need a cup of water. Feel that vibration and put it into your body. What you're feeling about someone else is inside of you first. You're not feeling what they're feeling. Even if you're 1,000% empath, even if you're better than me or anybody else I've ever known as empath, you will never feel exactly 100% atom for atom, imagination for imagination, what another living being feels. You will never, ever, ever. You get graced with the beauty of it, the story, the vibration, the pool of water that is the book of their life. But never will you know what that version of you went through until you are sitting there together side by side with God and they switch your places so you know. So until that point, what you look at someone else, what you perceive of other people is happening within you as well. It doesn't mean it's not happening in them. It doesn't mean it's not happening in them. It means there's a resonance between the two, like magnets. So if you find beauty or hatred or anger or disappreciation or poverty in someone else, it exists within you first as well. You see something within another that is a light that is within you. Therefore, it exists within you as well. So there is no fixing anything. There is only opening up pathways for consciousness to get to itself. We have blocked off each other in this mortal world, pretending we live in separate boxes and are separate people and we don't support each other, like a family-wide planetary tribe. What's mine is yours, what's yours is mine kind of thing. Like we all share everything, yet we have an entire society that is technologically advanced and nobody's stupid. Like, you have that reality. Problem is, you're looking at other people as if they're different people and nobody's connecting. They're acting like individuals waiting for a shepherd. And the shepherd's telling you, for a long time, you don't get to be shepherded again. It's time to stand and be who you are. You don't need a shepherd. You are God itself. You are the children of the light. Why would you look at another child of light and say they're ugly? Or that you're ugly, or that, it's not your problem. That's your family. That's your global sister you never met. That's your global uncle you never communicated with. That's your global grandmother over there somewhere that someone else is crying about and they're worried about. But that's your grandmother too. The ex that someone's crying about is also your ex from a parallel reality. The child that's born is also your child in a parallel reality. It is connected to you. You are made of the same imagination. So you're not ugly. You're not alone. You're not poor. You're not unhealthy. There's no fucking enemies in the world. There's just people who don't fucking see each other. It's like children in a ball pit throwing balls at each other, and some of us are the parents sitting outside the little playpen going, I wonder when they're going to realize it's time to go home. You're beautiful. Play out the rest of your story in true beauty. I don't care if you have... And I'm going to call out some facial features and body features of people that I have known throughout my entire life. This is not about you people watching this video. This is about the entirety of human experiences I've had. There have been people complaining they have really big butts, and they're like, I can't fit into any jeans. Well, somebody else, it has no butt and they would love to have a fat transfer. someone I knew had really, really, really huge boobs, and she wanted them smaller because they were hurting her back. The other group that I knew, we were the itty bitty titty committee. We couldn't stop laughing that she wanted to hear her like beautiful breasts short like lessened. We we comprehended why, but it was funny. Like, girl, they're beautiful. Like, like it's family. You're all family. Like, if any of you came to me and said, I don't like this feature, I'd laugh at you. You would think I'm insulting you, but I'm laughing at you because of how beautiful you are saying you're ugly. If you came to me screwing up relationships because you can't figure out that the other person is feeling the same insecurity as you, I'd laugh at you. I wouldn't yell at you. I wouldn't school you. I wouldn't yell, like, nag at you. I would literally look at you and be like, do you know how silly you are? You could be this person's best friend. You could be this person's awesome companion who talks to each other on the phone. You could be pen pals with this one over here. This one over here could have the perfect puppy for you, or the perfect car, or the perfect house. That could be your best friend from 20 years into the future. You and this one over there could make like a scientific discovery that would change a lot of things. You and the other one could like start a supermodel industry for people with like crooked noses or something. Like, you could do so much stuff, you guys. But you're busy nitpicking each other. I used to nitpick a lot before. Do you know where that got me? In a quiet room by myself, staring at a fireplace. Neither was bad, was it? I nitpicked something that I noticed, and then I was at the fireplace. Did I feel good during the process? Absolutely not. Because I didn't recognize this energy. What I was seeing in someone else, I was feeling in me, and it was energy that felt twisted. And that energy needed to flow through. The twisted vibration feeling of that energy was coming out as complaints, as nagging, as nitpicking, because it was energy like weaving through loops of a hoop, like a knot that was being unknotted, and as it was going from positive to negative, it was dipping like this over and over and over. So my behavior was not nice until it flattened out and then became a beautiful rhythm again. So when you're in this stage where you're criticizing or where you're angry at things, it's not your fault. It's not, and I wish I could tell myself that in the past, but I've told myself that repeatedly in the present. It's not your fault. It wasn't my fault. We were all programmed with behavior and beliefs that had us believing we had to be better. We had to compete on a cellular level to be better than the other human. Do you realize that? Like, we ate the entire planet, and then we were told to look at each other human and be better than them. Because the only thing that matters is the self. And that's an entire planet of people like that. And now, thank God, we're seeing, hey, everybody's the same. We don't have to fight. No matter how good you think you have it with money, the person you're perceiving doesn't. No matter how good the person here that you're perceiving or there that you're perceiving has whatever feature or health or spiritual thing, you also have it. You've just gone down a path that has trained you to have different skills, different genetic codes, different lights on a light bright that activated because you played with them differently and you picked different boxes. I picked these boxes, you picked those boxes. Together we make it a complete functioning system. Separated, we make individuals who have to kill pigs to eat bacon, or to, have chickens lay eggs in a nest because we think we need the nutrients, or we like poop in water and do all these horrible things, like primitive things. Primitive. And it's absolutely unnecessary. I just had a lisp, sorry. My tooth is cracked. It's healed already, never mind, it's not cracked. It's fine. What your features, like my tooth thing, that whole tooth thing just now, that feature, some of you probably have, like, you're really insecure about your teeth, or you're really proud about your teeth. And you're on the same vibration as someone who is very insecure on their teeth, right? Because I'm insecure about my teeth currently, and you are probably confident about your teeth, and there's some others in between. kind of like a numerical value scale of a frequency going from 1 to like, the double range. And in between, there's the 112, 113, so on and so forth. It's all vibration. What you're feeling and the beauty you desire, the health, the everything, is already outside of you and you're seeing it. But when you're feeling it and seeing it outside of you, the thing that happens is the soul shrinker. The thing that says, you don't have that, you're by yourself. Nobody cares about you. You're alone, you're ugly, you're this, you're that. Well, you can go tell that voice to fuck itself, because you don't need that. When you feel that connection of like seeing what other people have and you're like, oh, I want it, but I feel bad for wanting it, I feel like I'm lacking. Nah, bitch, you're not lacking. You're fine. Take a breath and remember, you felt that energy, you sense it in other people. Now create it in your own life. Okay? Let it out in your own sphere. I gotta go. Bye.